to this spoiler-free episode of Girls Game Shuffle, where we are going to play Paranormal Detectives, published by Lucky Duck Games.
This is spoiler-free because I wrote the scenario myself so that we don't ruin any of the cards for you when you play the game.
So there's a couple of ways that you can play this game. You can play it cooperatively, like we did, or competitively.
We're not starting off with a tutorial for this game because there is an amazing tutorial already made by Watch It Played. You might know that channel. I'm linking to it below so you could check that out before you watch us play.
This game plays anybody 12 and above. It plays from 2 to 6 players and lasts about 45 minutes.
And now we're ready to play. Cut to a scene where there's a dead body. A bunch of paranormal detectives who can supposedly talk to the dead are there trying to figure out what happened.
A lady with wounds all over her body wearing tropical beachwear.
Tropical beachwear. If everyone writes down the note, should I also write it down?
We decided to do our own scenarios so that we wouldn't spoil any of the ones in the box. And at first I was like, how am I going to do this? Like, write up a whole scenario. I'm going to need 45 minutes of complete silence, you know, like focusing on imagining the most intricate and amazing death scene ever.
Ghost, can you please pantomime for me the murder weapon? That's 3 seconds. That's a volcano.
Yeah, that's a volcano.
It's still a volcano.
I thought it was like a whale spout.
Oh.
Death by whale spout.
It doesn't matter how much time you put into it, it's still going to be impossible to communicate and frustrating as heck when they're sitting there being like, guessing like in the complete opposite direction, and you just have to sit there and be like,
That was interesting for me because it's really easy to just like set your mind on something and then obsess over that answer for the rest of the game. So the whole time I was like, nope, it's a volcano. It's a volcano.
Oh, Ghost, can you please help us understand where the deceased was when this happened through the use of a scream? Ghost scream. The ghost makes a sound or indicates an object in the room. So make some sort of sound or point to something to help us know where did this happen?
Point to something in the room.
It happened in the fire.
In the fire. Okay.
Okay, so this is leaning towards volcano.
Yes.
I don't want to pigeonhole our path yet.
I feel like she would have pointed at that though, right? If that were a volcano.
At Fireball Island. She didn't notice it was there.
I love the game. I think the game was super accessible for people that aren't super gamers. I'm kind of somewhere in the middle. I play with really heavy gamers, and I play with people that don't play any games and are intimidated by like Uno. So this is a really good game for anybody. Can you tell us in what country this individual was when it happened?
Oh.
On the talking board.
Oh, nice specificity.
Yeah, that's great.
USA. Okay.
In
Hawaii.
the USA.
I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, it's me. Oh, gosh. I forgot to think. Okay. Pantomime.
Don't mind me. Already dead.
Right? I think that's my favorite thing about the game, is all the different ways that the ghost can communicate with you. And my favorite of those is the string, because I want to do the string so bad. It looks like so much fun. And it's one of those things where you're like, oh, well, the ghost could easily communicate with these 2 pieces of string. And like, no. Okay. Oh, ghost.
Uh-huh.
Who done it?
please tell me with these spiritual ropes that we have here. They must be spiritual ropes.
Yes,
Right?
endowed
Of
with
course.
some sort
They
of
must be.
spirit.
Must.
Yeah.
Holy ropes,
Holy
even.
ropes.
Oh, holy
They've been
ropes.
blessed.
They're ropes from my.
They're
From my.
Yeah.
Love it.
Wow.
In a very ceremonious way, like.
Wait,
you?
this is.
Is that
You,
an
oh,
arrow?
the ghost
That's
killed
an
himself.
arrow. That is
Did
a.
you throw yourself into a volcano?
It depends on how you look at it.
Or
Monique!
our accident. Was it a suicide or was it an accident?
Ooh,
That's a good-
question.
Yeah, good question. But who was self?
So, oh man.
It could be arrow or it could be down. I mean, I guess that's because I'm sitting over here.
It could be a lot of things. Could be a lot of things.
Well,
she
then
could
that
have made it like a
means
little like tripod to
The
make it
devil.
The
We're pointing
devil.
down. Who killed you?
and
No,
fire.
I mean, not wrong.
We're pointing
Oh.
down.
Devil.
It's the devil.
It's the devil. Unless the ghost we're dealing with is the devil.
I hope not. That is exactly why I don't mess with these things.
My favorite moments were actually coming up with the possible scenarios because I was so entertained by the ridiculousness of like, it could have been this, it could have been that. Because they're not super realistic. Obviously, they could happen, but it's not like super duper common. So it's really fun to just kind of really invent and kind of like throw anything out there.
Why did you harm yourself, potentially? Please tell us using your tarot cards.
Oh, it's for love.
Oh.
That got real sad.
What a bunch of girls playing a game. I want to figure out if it's an accident. How do I ask, was this an accident without,
What was the...
you know, because that's a yes or no question. So how do you word that in a way?
Could you ask
You could ask how they
multiple
were
choice
feeling.
questions?
I get.
Normally you'd think, oh, it's hard to ask a yes or no question. But actually, it's pretty hard to not ask a yes or no question, especially once the details start narrowing down and you're like, oh, it's either this or this. Well, how do I ask that? How do I ask if this was on purpose or an accident without it being like, hey, was this on purpose? Yes or no? Oh, ghost, whisper to me in the shadows by mouthing a word to describe how you feel about your death.
Regret.
One of my favorite moments was the ghost touch clue, where we were kind of playing telephone with drawing on the backs, and I was listening to the way it was being described, trying to figure out what the heck it meant.
The question was, what were you doing right before you died? And they were having such a hard time figuring out like what led to my death. And I was like, I was proposing, but how do I write proposing on someone's back and make it make sense? So I thought really hard about it, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make a diamond and then a circle. Diamond, circle. They'll get diamond ring. It'll be so easy. It'll be so so straightforward. I was so sure of myself.
Okay, then
ready?
y'all will just have to
Go
give
ahead.
us a good description.
Ready?
Jeez, okay.
Okay, ready.
Okay.
Wait, go slower! Jesus!
Yeah,
Wait, start at the top, start at the top.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, a line going down. And then to the right and up. A circle at the bottom.
Are you done, Ghost? Is that it?
Yes.
Can we get a rewind?
She was
Yeah, can I do it
golfing?
again?
Yeah, do it again. Do it
Alright.
again.
Okay.
This is so silly.
That was different. That was different.
No, it was identical.
My clavicle was circled twice last time.
Christina, if possible, can you
Oh, it's not
articulate?
clavicle. Clavicle's in the front. I'm sorry.
Like, whoa.
I'm
He may not be the
curious.
most accurate interpreter of what's happening right
I'm
now.
curious, Christina. Could you over articulate the stops?
Okay, so she went down.
Like maybe it describes a different a different word.
She went down. This was definitely some kind of a tool, this first one.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
And then the next one was some kind of thing used in conjunction with the tool. I thought a circle, but maybe it's a fish.
It felt like a circle to me.
Nothing. there's like a fish involved, and there's like a hook, and definitely a tool. And I was just like, no! Diamond! Ring! Come on! I was so mad.
You know that game when you're in school where they're like, close your eyes and tell me when to get to the middle? I always lost that game. So this was probably not the best game for me to like the way of communicating. Because I was like, oh, it's a fishing pole and like a fish at the bottom of the lake. Because the second time the ring did not stay a circle.
It was a circle always. I don't know how to make it clearer.
The ring was like such a baby. It was like a
It
giant.
was a tiny little ring. It's like
It was equal size to the triangle. They were the same size.
I want video footage of you drawing on my back. Oh my gosh, do we have video footage? I hope we have it.
Guess
Oh, I
what?
hope that's in the B-roll.
We made a video of us playing this game.
No way! Can you pantomime how you died? In 3 seconds of less or less, of course, because, that's a
Rules.
rule.
Okay.
There are rules to this kind of interaction.
Okay.
This was a Y, right?
How?
How?
It was an
You
accident!
definitely reacted to something in the
Reacted
air.
to something.
Right?
Okay.
There was something in
And
the
then
air.
went to go get it. I do think it was an accident. She can
Yes.
still regret it, but I don't think she did it on purpose.
She regrets going for that ball and not having more athletic ability. Is the regret.
Could be.
Is that hitting close to home, drama kid? I thought it was a shooting star. I was like, duh, it's a shooting star that she was following while she was fishing on the edge of a volcano. It's just also fun. It's really fun to make these ridiculous stories. Because one of them is actually true.
Ghosty. Tell us why this happened using the talking board, please. Up to the first 5 letters. I'm so sorry.
This could be good though.
This could be.
I don't know, she's hitting her ghosty.
This is a question of why, yeah?
Wow.
Yeah, this is why.
Here, I'm gonna do this so you can see this one.
Huh?
The more letters, the harder it is.
This last thing is
Oh.
Yeah.
messing me up.
Like
Well,
what would
there-
work?
Oh, yeah.
Hung?
Yeah, if we work backward.
Because then the
Hung.
only thing possible is like an NG, right? Because like
Yeah.
ring.
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 Oh,
They were
she wanted to
engaged.
get engaged
They were
and they
Oh
didn't.
my
Maybe the ring is what she was looking at, and oh my
He
gosh.
threw a ring into
Oh,
on
is
a
that's
cliff.
the circle?
Wait, what
that could be
if-
the circle.
What if she was getting proposed to in Hawaii, and then the volcano exploded? So she saw it exploding, and then they had to run and jump in the water. I don't know. Help me.
I like this. I like where we're going. So the ring fell,
Yeah,
or a
that's
bird
true.
came in and like
Right.
smashed it out of their hand.
I don't know what the competitive play is like. I imagine that's like 1,000,000 times harder. If I were left alone to figure this puzzle out on my own, it would have been a nightmare. It would have been a totally different answer. So that was probably a lot harder. And I think the cooperative play is a lot more fun and engaging.
Everyone feel good about this?
Yes.
Yes, who's gonna do the official guessing? I say not me because I feel slightly
I
unfair.
feel like, yeah.
Okay, Kiki, you got this.
But that's not, if it's wrong, it's not my fault though.
Well,
No,
or
no,
it is.
100% your
It is.
fault.
You will be the one wording it.
All right. Oh, Ghost, we think we know how you died.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So we think it was you who killed yourself by accident because of a ring in Hawaii of the USA. We think
As
that
opposed
you
to the other Hawaii.
fell into a volcano.
So then I write the number that you got correct on this little thing.
Yes.
You write
Yes.
5, and then we all win. Do you want me to repeat it?
Because it's probably going to show it to us.
4.
We're so close.
We're so
Are
close.
you going to give
What
us
fell
a cool
into
extra
a
hint?
volcano?
Ooh, I can,
Cool extra
yeah.
ghost
Oh, yes.
Ooh.
My extra secret clue, talking board.
Spell something for us, Ghost. But we don't know what this has to do with.
Oh, there's no context, huh?
It's just a random spelling of something.
Jump.
Yeah.
It was on purpose.
Was it on? Maybe it wasn't an accident. I think trying to figure out whether or not the death was an accident was a fun moment. That sounds weird to say, doesn't it? It's a fun moment figuring out whether or not someone caused their own death by accident. But, oh, Ghost, can you please communicate to me use me as a medium for artistic expression and draw for us why you jumped? Assuming that you did.
Okay, hang on. Think about this picture. All one line.
I'm gonna hold it so that it doesn't move.
This is impossible.
Ghost, the fact that we're communicating right now is a defiance of impossibility. So I don't want to hear it.
Super
Was a ring in the water? Did you dive after it? Was it a person in the water? Was it out of anger? Was it out of sadness?
Don't overwhelm the ghost.
The question now. The question is, what is the question?
Yeah.
Why'd you jump?
Okay.
Oh, is that a person?
Kind of looks like.
With a giant.
It's so hard to
Oh,
I'm
someone's
trying-
kneeling.
Someone's kneeling. It's a
Someone's kneeling.
proposal.
It's a proposal.
Proposal.
It's a proposal. Now,
Oh.
Did she not want to get married?
I'm gonna leave my hand to you more room.
Wait, that was
There's
very
hair
important to
stuff.
her.
Are they devil horns?
We're communicating.
What the?
That is something in the air.
Oh.
Oh.
Because there is an activity coming this way. It's
She
something-
was proposing.
Oh, she was proposing.
Maybe she was the one proposing. You know?
And
And
it's
then
like,
they took the ring
don't-
and said, I don't. Yeah, you were saying it.
no, keep it
I
going.
don't want this ring. And they threw it. And she went, no, I spent a lot of money on that ring. And went after it.
Maybe she didn't want to get married.
Maybe that's why she's heartbroken.
And then she fell. And she jumped after the ring, not realizing how far down.
So, in order to win the game, I think we
Okay.
should leave out some of those details just in case they're wrong.
He had it exactly, and I couldn't say anything. And then all around the table, people were like, well, maybe. And I was like, no! You fools.
So
That is
that's
a- that
what
is
we
a
Proposing next to a volcano? Like, wow. That's intense.
Adventure couple.
Only romantic?
Okay, so who wants
Lots
to...
of like wording like, you light my heart on fire, just like when this volcano erupts, it will light the surrounding landscape on fire.
So, I think we're ready, Ghosty. We believe that you killed
This is
yourself.
If
This
it's
is it,
wrong,
this
we
is-
lose.
This is it. This is it.
Okay.
We're going for it.
I'm
Okay.
doing everything we just said. All right?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
We believe
We believe.
that you killed yourself by accident in the USA near a volcano because you were proposing to your loved one and the ring ended up in the air some happenstancely and you went after it and jumped after it into the volcano. Yes? We all approve of that wording?
Yes.
All right, well, I'm not pointing at me anymore.
This goes on the shelf. I'm getting it.
I think it's a really fun social experience, and yes, to me, it goes on the shelf.
It's just really lovely. Really lovely game. I'm a big fan of it. Yes, it goes on the shelf.
Yeah, definitely. This goes right on the shelf. I loved this game.
Yes, this game goes on the shelf. Definitely. Highly recommend.
All right, that's our show, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you want more information about our players who are here today, you can check below. If you want to support Girls Game Shelf on Patreon, there's that link as well. We'd sure appreciate it. We have a website with great articles. We have more videos, so check out all that stuff, and we'll see you next time on Girls Game Shelf. Bye.